What's up, guys? ChaseOliver68 here, bringing those Q&As you all love. Q&A number 17. Let's get started. Will Pearl number 1 asked me, do you watch Bruce Blitz on YouTube? No, send me his channel. I'll check him out. Did you ever like Jim Cornette? I like Jim Cornette to somewhat extent. I think he's a little bit crazy, but I did like him at one point in time. I can't remember if it was in WWF or TNA. Not a huge Cornette fan, though. And number 3, what are your thoughts on John Stamos going to Necessary Roughness? I honestly don't know why Necessary Roughness is bringing in John Stamos. This is like when TNA brings in a WWE guy. Uh, it could be good, could be bad. As long as Nico's not taking off the show, then I'm happy about it because Nico's one of my favorite characters. Final Limits 1 asked me, what was your bad experience with a wrestler and when and who? All right, this happened at No Way Out 2007. I went to that show. They had like a fan access on the outside. It was really small. Wasn't as fancy as SummerSlam fan access. But you guys went to SummerSlam fan access. You guys know how fancy that stuff is. But this fan access, the Nokia Theater wasn't really like 100%. Like they were doing some reconstruction on it, so they couldn't really take a lot of the area. So it was just across the street. And it was just a kind of little small area. And Batista was there. And Batista's one of my favorites of all time. If you guys watch my top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time video, you would know that. That's like an older video on my channel. So go check that out. But anyways, Batista was there, and I remember he was walking through the crowd. He was really pissed off. I wouldn't blame him. It was really hot. But, you know, I'm a little, like, teenager. You know, I'm in the 8th grade. I'm a little nerdy kid. And I'm seeing, like, Batista. This is like, you know, seeing like Kevin Garnett for me. This is awesome. So I try to go up to Batista and I'm like, Batista, can I have your autograph? And Batista just says, get out of my way, kid. And I was just hurt. I was just trying to get an autograph. And he pushed me to the side. Not really push me, but you know, moved me to the side. It's like, get out of my way, kid. Hurt me. And I was pissed off at Batista for a while, but I'm still a Batista fan. I mean, that one experience, it did hurt me a little bit, but it's not gonna make me say I hate Batista. Fuck him. But at that point, I was pissed off at Batista. What do you think of Amanda Bynes being a cunt and getting in trouble all the time? She got arrested recently. Yeah, man. If you guys don't know, Amanda Bynes is actually an alumni at my high school. Yeah, Thousand Oaks High School. Go look it up. She also went to Lorena High School, which is actually just like down the street from Thousand Oaks. But she's actually an alumni from Thousand Oaks High School. No, I did not go to school with Amanda Bynes. My football coach did. My offensive line coach, he went to school with Amanda Bynes, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on that. I think he told us that once. But she did graduate before him, I think. So I'm not 100% sure on that one. But I know he told us that. But Amanda Bynes did go to my alum for Thousand Oaks High School, and she's making us look proud, folks. In fact, I may be fucking up Thousand Oaks High School just in general by, you know, doing these YouTube videos and just like, you know, pretty much being an idiot. So, who knows? Maybe I'm already ruining the legacy of Thousand Oaks High School. But, yeah, I just don't like it. It's such a shame because she's, like, all telling Rihanna she's ugly. And that's why Chris Brown beat her ass. And she's, like, saying she wants to make a rap album. And she's just, like, not talking to her dad. And I don't know what led to this crazy Amanda Bynes we're seeing now. Maybe it was when she was retired. Like, I feel this started, like couple of years ago when she said she was done with acting, when she was like, oh, I'm retiring from acting. I was like, what? Why are you retiring? But hey, whatever. It's Amanda Bynes. She can be crazy all you want. What game did you like better, GTA San Andreas or GTA 4? And give me legit reasons. GTA San Andreas I like better. The reason why I like GTA San Andreas more than GTA 4. GTA San Andreas I felt had a better story to it. Although GTA San Andreas is not like the traditional GTAs, where they were like the traditional GTAs don't have the crazy ass missions that San Andreas has. San Andreas had probably some of the craziest fucking missions. Well, GTA 4 did have a couple crazy missions, but San Andreas had the balls off the wall, like this wouldn't happen in real life type of missions, and that's what I like in a video game where it doesn't need to be realistic for me to even play it, and that's what I liked about San Andreas, and not to mention San Andreas. It reminds me of Los Angeles and Los Santos as like 1992 Los Angeles area. It's awesome. I really do like San Andreas's feel more than I like GTA 4's feel. I feel GTA 4 is a great game, but it's not as great as San Andreas, Vice City, or GTA 3 in my personal opinion. I mean, the second stop to Liberty City, yes, that's great. We're back in Liberty City. It's now present day era. I really do like it, but none of the characters, I feel were interesting to me. And also what I hate the most is that you can't really customize Nico. With CJ, you can make him have like a blonde afro, like a dumbass leather jacket, and boxing shorts. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go check out JD Venom's GTA San Andreas playthrough. That will be in the link down below. I might link the channel. I can link the playlist to you. He has also good stuff on there, and he's also my boy. So yeah, to be honest, like in GTA San Andreas, you can just do a lot of wide array things. With CJ, you can work out with him. You have to check out your hunger. With Nico, I felt it was like a step back. With like with GTA 4, it was just like, hey, go do the missions. Hey, go do these side missions. But with San Andreas, it was like there was more rewarding stuff when you did all those missions. When you did like the firefighting missions, you ended up, you know, pretty much being invincible to fire for the rest of the game. Or if you actually dove down and got the oysters, you got a bunch of weapons in the game. Or if you got all the game tags, you got a bunch of weapons inside of your house. So in all honesty here, when I look at it, it's like, you know, when you play San Andreas and they added all these nice little features that make you feel like, hey, you know, I can do a lot of different things in this game. I can BS a lot in this game because that's what I want to do when I play a game. I want to play a game where I'm just like, oh, but I got to get to that next mission. I want to play a game where I can just sit down and do whatever the fuck I want in that game, and that's what San Andreas provides you. You can do whatever you want in that game, and it's so much fun when you get to the point when you beat the game, because once you beat the game, the things you can do is endless. You can still play that game. There's a lot of side missions you need to do still in that game to get 100%. You still have to get all the game tags. You may want to upgrade a lot of other skills that you haven't upgraded yet, but that's why I like San Andreas better than GTA 4. I feel GTA 4 still a great game, a lot of good missions in that game. Multiplayer was awesome for it, but I feel sometimes if we're talking about story mode only, take away all the multiplayer stuff, which makes GTA 4 really good. If you're comparing campaigns, I would say GTA San Andreas has an overall better campaign. So hopefully those are legit reasons for you. Those are my reasons why I like GTA better. Crew Television Authentic asks me, do you backyard? I think he's asking, do I backyard wrestle? I used to backyard wrestle with my friend once in a while, but that's about it. We didn't do hardcore stuff. We would actually fake a lot of stuff. Like, it was really, really fake. But anyways, Drew Pickles, aka Tommy Pickles' dad, is asking me a question. Why do all the Canadians say a boot instead of about? It's just their accent because they have an accent. That's pretty much it. What celebrity can be a good wrestler if they trained? I would want to say Dennis Rodman because he was good in WCW and he had very little training. And his final question is, what if Anderson Silva went to the WWE? How would he be booked? And would it be a heel or a face? Oh, Anderson Silva would be like the ultimate baby face. He would just come out, say 2 words, "Sup, bro?" And that's it. That's all Anderson Silva needs to do. And then afterwards, his finishing move will be a front kick to the fucking face. Yeah, that's right. Fuck everyone else. War Silva. All right, Chris No Basic sent me a message Q&A. God damn it. What if Tara Swift trained to become a pro wrestler? Do you think she would be able to handle being a pro wrestler, or would she quit as soon as she started? You know, Tara Swift would be like General Raska, dude. She'll be a one-time appearance, and we'll never hear from her again. She would not be able to handle becoming a pro wrestler. She just does not have the mindset nor the skill to become one. What are your thoughts on Canadian pop princess Avril Lavigne? I haven't heard about Avril Lavigne since like Boyfriend, was it? Was that like the last song she made that was good? She was talented back when I was a kid, but I don't think anymore she's as talented. But yeah, she was good when I was a kid. What female singer would you like to see perform the U.S. national anthem at WrestleMania 30? I don't really think about that, to be honest. Yeah, I honestly don't think about who should perform the national anthem. I mean, yes, I know the national anthem is a big, big deal, but if you're going for WrestleMania 30, I don't know. You have to find someone that is really a true, huge wrestling fan, and maybe someone that you feel could bring an impact to start off WrestleMania 30 with a bang, because this is your biggest show of the year. So, and not only that, it's the 30th anniversary of one of the biggest wrestling shows we've had for pretty much like 30 years. So they have to find someone big for that one. So that's pretty much all I got to say there. Real Harold asked me, question 1, what wrestlers, 5 of them you dislike greatly? 5 wrestlers that dislike greatly. Hornswoggle, Gunner, Crimson. I'm trying to think of the last two. Yeah, I'm really trying to think of the last two because I honestly dude, I don't really dislike a lot of wrestlers. I'm not a huge Edge fan, so I'll throw him on there. Yeah, I know people are gonna hate me now because I'm not a huge Edge fan. I have my reasons why I don't like Edge. And my 5th wrestler that I probably don't like the most. Oh yeah, Big A1 from TNA. Fuck him. Next question he asked me: would Taylor Swift be a good heel man? Taylor Swift would be a good heel manager if she wanted to give a shot at WWE. Would she be a good heel manager or a good face manager? And how would fans receive her? Pretty much like I said in the previous question, I don't think Taylor Swift would handle the WWE, and WWE fans, I think, would boo her just because she is Taylor Swift and just because she represents a lot of good things for little kids, and a lot of WWE fans just don't like the PG product. Like, the WWE product would be super PG if Taylor Swift ever went to that damn company. And not to mention, she's kind of psycho and kind of crazy, so no one really wants to, deal with that. And the final question is, why does Scott Hall, RVD, and Jake Roberts still have long hair to this day at their age? Beats the hell out of me, man. They just like to be stylish. Power Rangers 8910 asked me, did you ever watch Power Rangers Samurai from 2011 to 2012 that aired on Nickelodeon? No, I haven't got a chance to check that out yet. Maybe I will in the near future. Have you ever played a Power Ranger video game? Yes, Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue on the PS2 and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Super Nintendo. Those are the 3 games that I played. What are your thoughts on Suicide from TNA, and does he look like one of the Power Ranger villains? Suicide does not look like one of the Power Ranger villains. I know that sounds weird to say, but he more looks like a modified Ranger. I mean, he could pull off being a Power Ranger villain, but I feel like he looks like more of a modified Ranger. If you just change his face to a Ranger mask, he could pull off being a Ranger and maybe take away the Suicide. He looks more like a Ranger. I can see where you say he looks like a villain, but I feel he looks more like a Ranger to me. But Suicide, for me, in all honesty, I'm not really a huge fan of the gimmick. I like the character art and the TNA video game, but not a huge fan of Suicide in general. What are your thoughts on GTA Vice City? GTA Vice City is a great GTA game. It's probably up there as one of the best, if not the best GTA game. I'm more biased towards San Andreas. I'm going to be honest here. I'm a San Andreas fanboy. But if I were to choose a game just unbiasedly, I think GTA Vice City may be the better game. Vice City is a really, really great game, and anyone who has not played it yet, check it out. What do you think of SmackDown vs. Raw 2008? Liked it or disliked it? Give details in full. Man, you all want me to give too much details. SmackDown vs. Raw 2008, in all honesty, I was not a huge fan of it. And really, to be honest here, the crew at THQ, they rushed SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 because WWE wanted them to add ECW to the brand. I mean, they had ECW going on the TV sets, and they wanted people to add ECW to the brand. But here was the dumb thing about it. For WWE, they had a shitty mode called 24/7 mode, which kind of combined their career and their GM mode. But the problem with that is you have to start over 2 different files to play both modes. So if you want to play career mode, by the time you're done with career mode and you get 100%, you have to delete that fucking file just to go play GM mode. And GM mode, I feel, was a waste because it's like, okay, you could either choose Raw, SmackDown, or ECW. That's cool. I mean, probably a lot of people chose ECW. But the problem with ECW is they don't have legit pay-per-views. And they only have one fucking title. You can't really do shit on the ECW brand. Not to mention the fact, ECW, you can play as any of the ECW superstars in the career mode. You couldn't play them in the 24/7 mode. You couldn't play as CM Punk, Bobby Lashley, Johnny Nitro. I think you could play as Nitro. Nitro was an exception because they put him on the Raw brand for career mode. But you can play as a Sandman or Sabu or Tommy Dreamer. You couldn't play as any of those guys. You could only play as these crappy Raw superstars. The roster was really, really good for that game. I really do like the roster. I like the fighting styles they put in that game. But it's just that when you play that wrestling game, it's just really hard because you decide, all right, am I going to do a career mode or am I going to do a 24 GM mode? You don't get 2 different save files for that. You have to actually have 2 different memory cards to even pull that off. And really, to be honest, it's just a waste of time. I just honestly don't like how they set up SmackDown vs. Raw 2008. WWE kind of shot themselves in the foot with that one because they were rushing for ECW to be on the game. They wanted THQ to put ECW on the game, and when they even put ECW on the game, ECW wasn't really at its high point. It was kind of like at its low point. They missed the opportunity to put ECW in the game in SmackDown vs. Raw 2007. A lot of the ECW guys were on SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, but there wasn't an ECW brand. And the thing was, oh, what was there in 2000? No, 2007 didn't have ECW. 2008 was the first one with ECW. But that's the thing, because like 2007, a lot of people don't understand. When they make these video games, they make these games literally right after WrestleMania. So they are forced with time, and they have to deal with what they have. That's why sometimes when people go, why aren't the rosters updated? Well, because they make these games right after WrestleMania. That's how most people work. Like 2K, they start working on their games after the next one's made. Activate, like Call of Duty games, they're already probably done with the game. They're probably just testing it, demoizing it, making it polished and all that whatnot. So in all honesty, 2008, not a great game. If you like it, cool, but I don't like it. Do you like whey protein shakes? Nope, I'm not a whey guy. Sorry. Carson 440 asked me, what did you think of Vampiro from WCW? I don't like Vampiro. He's a dick. That's all I gotta say about it. Why did WWE gain Kane the WWF title, only drop it back to Stone Cold the next night? Beats the hell out of fucking me, man. I think they just tried to, you know, give a reason that show that Austin can lose a match, but he didn't really lose that match. It was kind of BS, and Kane was bleeding first in that first blood match. They just covered it up really well. In all honesty, I think they just wanted it so that way they could show they could get a good Raw rating the next night. Who knows? I honestly cannot answer that question for you, man. I'm sorry. What did you think of Heat's and Pacers game on Game 7? Obviously, you probably sent that. Oh, you sent that question yesterday. Turnovers, Pacers really cost them. The Heat are a really great basketball team. They have a lot of great talent on their team, so no surprise that they won that match. Honestly, I wasn't pissed off. I'm not one of those Miami Heat haters. I know there's a lot of people who just hate the Heat just because they have the big three. I hope the Heat lose just because I'm sick and tired of LeBron being compared to Jordan. That's mainly my reason why sometimes I want the Heat to lose. It's not because I hate the Heat. It's just because I'm not a big whole believer that LeBron's better than Jordan, because I always get sick and tired when I hear, oh yeah, LeBron better than Jordan. It's like, no, he's not better than Jordan. I mean, yeah, it's one thing to maybe argue Kobe Bryant may be better than Jordan. I don't think Kobe is better than Jordan either, but living in Los Angeles, when you live in LA and you know it's Laker Nation around here, you're gonna hear always saying, no, Kobe is as good or better than Jordan, or Jordan said Kobe's better than LeBron. You know that whole deal. So I really thought the game was very lackluster, but hey, go Spurs go. T-Mac is also on the Spurs, and who wasn't a T-Mac fan when they were a kid? Anyways, guys, that's it for the Q&A. If you guys like what you saw here, you can subscribe by clicking the little icon or down below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, or just making the video in all honesty. Keep sending in those questions. You guys know how to do it via inbox or Twitter. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Follow me on Twitter anyways, at ChaseOliver68. Check out my Raw review from yesterday, and I'll see you all later. Peace!